It's taken me so long to accept this and to actually start to really embody it. But just recently I've started to understand this. And the way you do it, honestly, is you just trust so deeply that getting out of the rut and just doing the basics and living spiritually is worth it. What you really want is you want inner peace. And you will feel that when you are disciplined. So you get out of the rut, you get some momentum, you get the basics down, and then you start to live with discipline and with some spiritual practice as well. And then you start to feel it. You feel the cleanliness. It's so nice. And you're like, man, that's how I want to live. That's how I want to be. You know why? Because you'll realize like, oh, when I do that, I feel peaceful. Now you won't do it right away. Of course not. Because, you know, if you're anything like me, you have tons of desires and cravings that you want to act on. And so you will. But when you act on these things, you don't need to judge yourself. You don't need to put anything on it. You can just, mindfully, if you can, burn through that karma. Burn through those desires you have. And again, the trick is really, man, is to be as conscious as you possibly can. And then to reflect when you're suffering. And then to integrate that. You'll have the knowing, right, I got it. I've learned. Discipline is the way. I prefer discipline. I know now that discipline equals peace. This is the way to live. I've got it. Why can't I see this more often? It takes time. I've wanted this personally for like ages. And I've had it to a degree. But what I'm seeing is like at some point it really sinks in. You really start to get it. You feel it in your bones. You just know. Like for example, man, I was out with two of my closest friends yesterday. One of them is my brother. And we were in a coffee shop. And I love chocolate brownies. And I love bakery treats. And as my friend was ordering his thing, there was this big display of lots of different cakes and chocolates and nice things. And I just knew in my heart, I am going to prefer how I feel if I don't buy something and I stay in a semi-fasted state. And that's what I did. And I didn't even have the thought, oh my God, thank God I did that. Thank God I made that choice. No. Where I happen to be right now is like, that's the lifestyle that I choose. Having purchased something nice, hundreds and hundreds of times, and have chosen that reward instead of the higher, subtle, spiritual reward of feeling clean, feeling more peaceful. Now, here's the thing. You get to enjoy life. I love when I get to choose the nice thing. I really like it. I really savor it. My God, do I like a sweet-ass treat. I'm in touch with that part of myself. Very wise people I know tell me, enjoy yourself. Have that nice thing. And that is wisdom. But when I used to use pornography, man, I was never at peace. I could never truly look at myself all the way and be at ease. And it's really obvious as well because you can't enjoy the small moments. You can't enjoy silence. You can't enjoy sitting with yourself. But when you're disciplined, you can. And you just live a life that you never thought was possible. You show yourself man, I can be disciplined and I can enjoy it. And it actually really makes me feel the best I ever feel, and I want to do it. I don't have to, you don't have to do anything. But I want to do this because I love how I feel. I love feeling so in integrity with myself. You'll just be honest with yourself. And you'll say, I love feeling peaceful. I am cool with being disciplined so that I can feel that peace. Because when I feel that peace, I've got what I want. And I don't judge myself for all the times where I'm not in integrity. I accept those times and I love them and I will integrate them. I will love them so much that I just have total understanding for myself. So even if I'm in an amazing place and I go back to an old way of being, an old pattern, an old behavior, an old binge cycle, even then I won't judge myself. First and foremost, because I have self-forgiveness. But secondly, because I know that it's not about being perfect. It's about finding your way. It's about learning. It's about going through it so that you gain the wisdom. Because if you don't go through it, you don't learn. You don't gain the wisdom. So you allow yourself to go through it. You allow yourself to make mistakes. And you allow yourself also to enjoy. And you enjoy as consciously as you can. And if you can't enjoy consciously, that's okay too. You learn. And then you emerge out of the patterns and you stabilize in a disciplined lifestyle that you chose, that you earned, that you decided that's for you. And then you just feel the peace. And you realize you can have this peace so easily. Honestly, just by living. Because this is now the way that you choose to live. It's a very conscious choice that you made because you learned. Okay. My friend, we're going to wrap things up there. If you would like any more support from me, you can work with me one-to-one via coaching and mentoring. If you're interested in that, you can see the link in the description. Otherwise, my friend, as always, man, take care, lots of love, and as always, peace.